This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news tonight, one popular Sarasota housing development that features 3 golf courses could soon see some big changes. There are plans to develop some of the golf courses at the Meadows into housing and parking spaces. ABC7's Rick Adams joins us live from the Meadows tonight with more. Rick?
Yeah, Jacqueline, this has a lot of folks all fired up. It's something that's getting a mixed reaction. Golf swings at the Meadows Country Club could soon be paving the way for many more housing units. That's something that doesn't sit too well with Pamela Campbell. She has lived in her piece of paradise right next to the Meadows Country Club for 19 years.
It's extremely upsetting because I feel that the changes that may come about in the Meadows will directly affect the values of our homes.
Campbell says some of her big concerns include having many new homes built on the golf course, changing her beautiful views, and a new main road constructed near her home.
A street going to new condos that will be placed 20 feet from my house. I'm certainly not happy about that.
The Meadows Community Association says dwindling memberships has caused some financial difficulties for the country club. It's a club that features 3 18-hole golf courses, and the golf club is separate from the housing community at the Meadows. The plan is to develop at least half of the golf course, or 27 holes, into housing, park space, and walking trails.
They're at the heart of our community. They're spread throughout, and they're very, very important to us. So we're working closely with them now to try to resolve the issues they're facing.
On Monday night, the association held an informational meeting going through the pros and cons of the proposed development and hearing input from the large number of residents who were on hand. A meeting last Thursday drew a standing room only crowd and the same variety of reaction to the plans. Claire Coyle and other board members are in support of this as long as it's on terms they agree with.
It's green, nice, open feeling everywhere. We don't want to lose that as we revitalize. We're calling what we're doing the Renaissance of the Meadows, and we want it to be done gently and in a thoughtful, artistic way.
The Meadows currently features 3,500 housing units and around 5,000 residents. Coyle tells us a deal could be struck and the process to get the development started could happen as early as the middle of next year. And we did reach out to the general manager of the country club, but he did not return any of our phone calls. Reporting live from Sarasota this evening, I'm Rick Adams. Jacqueline, back to you.
All right, thank you, Rick. A local retirement community is leaving residents frustrated after charging them a fee following Hurricane Irma. Harbor Chase of Sarasota sent a letter to residents charging them a storm surcharge fee of $350. The retirement community sent us a statement here at ABC7 saying that this severe hurricane generated extraordinary costs associated with evacuating, moving, and serving our residents, all of which were above and in addition to the care, meals, and services we regularly provide 24/7 to each resident. Harbor Chase says the potential for an additional fee in any extreme case is included in their residency agreement. Well, newly released emergency calls unveil a bit more of the timeline from the South Florida nursing home where 14 people died after losing air conditioning. At first, there was no sense of panic, but those calls now show that staffers become more agitated by an unfolding disaster. Today, the city of Hollywood released those 8 911 calls made by employees of the rehabilitation center at Hollywood Hills. By the second call, an employee is heard muttering, "What a night." On the 4th call, another tells someone, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy." And the 9th call reported problems at the adjoining mental hospital owned by the same company. Police are investigating, but there have been no arrests or no charges filed. More than 850 boats impacted by Hurricane Irma have been removed from state waters. The majority of those boats that have been removed were in the Florida Keys, where more than 600 vessels were found to be severely damaged. The Coast Guard said many of the boats have been removed by the owners themselves. A total of 19 boats have been removed from Miami waters, while 160 have been taken out of waters from Collier County to north of St. Petersburg. In the Northeast, 42 boats have been removed, including a 55-foot recreational fishing boat in Jacksonville. Well, let's check in with meteorologist Steve Newman, who has your first alert weather forecast.
Hi, Jacqueline. We've got a cool front approaching. This is going to bring a little change in the weather. It's the first cool front of the season, so don't expect a lot, but behind it there will be some drier air and temperatures dropping off a couple of degrees. Now, this is not going to be indicative of what the front will do to us, but up in Jacksonville, there's a little wave on this front that has produced very heavy storms. Had a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for metropolitan Jacksonville earlier this evening. That has since expired, but down along the Sun Coast, it is dry with only ground clutter showing up near the radar site, and it should stay that way for a little bit, but overnight we could see some thunderstorms or showers pass by. Future radar shows that with light offshore winds, northeasterly winds, and overnight like 6, 7, 8 a.m. there could be some more showers, and then during the day tomorrow as the front sags over us, about a 30% chance of showers over the entire area. Temperature forecast looks like we're cool off very slowly overnight. Not much more cooling, dropping off at about 73 degrees with a good chance of showers right on from midnight on through tomorrow. Now, you're going to like the lower humidity coming in about 48 hours. In just a couple of minutes, I'll give you a detail on how the dew points will drop, the temperatures will drop, and the rain chances will drop for the latter half of the week. All that coming up in a little bit. Jacqueline?
All right, thanks, Steve. We'll check back in with you shortly. There's a bit of a confusion in South Florida on how to get aid from Hurricane Irma. FEMA disaster recovery centers are turning away people who show up seeking temporary food stamps through the SNAP program. That aid is administered at different registration centers, and state and local officials have shut several of them down over the weekend after fighting broke out in long lines and people even suffered from heat stroke, while thousands of people who lined up for the food benefit went home empty-handed.
So anyone that had damages due to Hurricane Irma to their home, their property, personal property, that includes, furniture, TVs, basically anything that they may have lost or that was damaged, that could potentially be reimbursable.
The Florida Department of Children and Families is working to extend the SNAP program into late October. And potential insured losses from Hurricane Irma in Florida has now approached the $5 billion mark. As of Friday, over 747,000 claims had been filed. Homeowners accounted for 66% of those claims. Nearly 19% of the claims had been settled with payments, and another 13% of the claims had been closed without any payment. Dish Network is asking the U.S. Supreme Court to challenge a Florida law that sets different tax rates for cable and satellite TV services. Dish filed a petition in the U.S. Supreme Court 5 months after the Florida Supreme Court sided with the state and the cable industry in upholding that law. Dish Network claims that the different tax rates are a form of protection that violates a clause of the U.S. Constitution, which bars states from discriminating against interstate commerce. The U.S. Supreme Court only agrees to hear a relative handful of the thousands of appeals filed each year. Well, straight ahead, Steve Newman will be back with your first alert weather forecast. Plus, officials in California say they're making progress in the midst of the deadly wildfires destroying the northern part of the state. And as many people are blaming President Trump for the lack of food and water in Puerto Rico, he's now placing that blame on someone else.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. It's gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're getting so wet.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline. If you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death, you must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hi, I'm Ray Collins. The Golden Beacon Awards will honor people over 50 making a difference through community service across our region. We'll tell you how you can help thank these hardworking individuals tomorrow on Good Morning Suncoast. John?
Well, we're watching a cold front sink through our area. That's going to bring us some changing weather midweek. We'll talk about the implications to our forecast.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you. Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Tomorrow on ABC7 News at 7.
We will cut taxes for everyday, hardworking Americans. But we are working to end the estate tax, to end the death taxes.
President Trump proposes a new tax deal. Who does it help? Who does it hurt? I'm Alan Cohn. No taxes or hidden fees at the trapezoid.
Tomorrow on ABC7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Well, Steve, I think many of us are looking forward to a little cooler temperatures when that cold front, or cool front as you call it, comes
Just
through.
a little bit of cooling. I was looking at the long-range forecast, and about the 28th of the month,
Oh, okay.
a bigger, stronger cool front coming our way.
Okay, so
But
around
that's-
Halloween time.
About just before Halloween. Of course, that may not happen. That's a long way out, but at least there's a hint we could get more of autumn weather our way. We had a very interesting day today. We didn't have the thunderstorms this afternoon we had on Sunday, but you can look at the clouds coming in from the east. It was pretty much a partly cloudy day, and it stayed that way most of the afternoon. And right now at the airport, the temperature has cooled off to a mild 80 degrees, 74 the dew point. We should see dew points dipping down into the mid-60s perhaps, upper 60s more likely, and our humidity will go down as a result. Our high this afternoon, 89. We're still above normal, but I think we're going to be dropping both the high and low temperatures close to these numbers as we move into Wednesday and Thursday. Now, let's take a look at temperatures across the state. Well, actually, radar first. There's hardly anything to be seen south of Gainesville, but there have been some strong storms because of this little wave along the front just off the coast of Jacksonville that just threw down a lot of rain, and a severe thunderstorm warning, as I mentioned, was in effect for metropolitan Jacksonville, stretching back to Gainesville. This is not going to be the kind of activity we'll have when the front comes through tomorrow. More scattered and certainly not severe, I don't think. The closest rain we have is moving offshore from Collier County, Lee County into the Gulf of Mexico at this hour. Now, temperatures across the state. It's cooler up in the Panhandle, barely behind the front, 77. Oh no, these are high temperatures. I'm sorry. This is before the front affected it. 89 at Gainesville, 92 at Jacksonville. They've dropped these temperatures several degrees since then. And across the local area, the high temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s. I've got to pay more attention to this before I go on the air. Dew points. This is the feels like. The higher the dew point, the more muggy it is. It's 80, it's really muggy. In the mid-70s, it's really tropical. You get in the 60s, more comfortable. 50s is just perfect. And this is what's going to happen. The dew points Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday as the front and high pressure builds over top of us. Dew points drop from the 70s into the 60s. Sarasota by Wednesday afternoon will be in the upper 60s, maybe the mid-60s. You're going to feel the difference in the air no matter what happens. I think you're going to like the next several days that comes around. Across the nation, high pressure is in control, so no severe weather. We do have some cool weather in northeastern United States and eastern Canada with temperatures in the 40s. Montreal 37. Is it snowing up there? Well, it looks like it might be around Quebec, parts of central Ontario, moving eastward. So the seasons are changing, and they'll eventually catch up with us here on the Sun Coast. Our tropical outlook, very quiet in the Caribbean right now, and in the Atlantic that would be affecting us. The Gulf of Mexico, other than what's latched onto this cold front, there's some little disturbances that'll travel along that front tonight and tomorrow, bringing a chance of showers. In this area out in the Atlantic, if it develops into anything, it would be a North Atlantic storm not affecting the continental United States. So our weather headline shows that we'll have the season's first cool front coming through tomorrow, and it will bring a chance of scattered showers, about a 30% chance, and more comfortable weather by the end of the week. Let's follow the progress of that front. Now moving southward over the Sunshine State with those scattered showers and thunderstorms. Some coming in off the Gulf of Mexico, some coming in from the east, but it looks like all in all we will have clearing conditions, drying conditions after Wednesday. It's going to be pretty nice weather. Could be a little rough out on the Gulf than what we've seen for the last several days with a 30% chance of showers. 73 the overnight low temperature, and for tomorrow look for it to be a partly sunny day. You'll feel perhaps the change in the air. There might be more clouds during the day than we've seen for the last couple of days as a result of the front passing by. And the high temperature 84, average high 85, so we're getting actually below normal if that prediction is correct. And here's your 7-day outlook with that 30% chance on Tuesday, 20% Wednesday, and then it really dries out. Look at the overnight temperatures. That's just about where we should be, upper 80s, upper 60s across the Sun Coast. It's getting late, Jacqueline. That's your weather.
All right. Thank you so much, Steve. Well, it has now been just over a week since the start of deadly wildfires in Northern California. And with thousands of firefighters on the ground, California officials say they are making progress. Karen Kafa is in Santa Rosa with the very latest.
There are 11,000 firefighters on the ground in California right now, battling more than a dozen deadly wildfires.
You're going to continue to see CAL FIRE presence, fire crew presence for a while. They're not going to depart today. They're not going to depart tomorrow. We've got a long road ahead of us.
Fires that have burned more than 200,000 acres, destroying thousands of homes and businesses statewide.
We still have extremely dry conditions out there, very low humidities. There still is the chance that we could have some small fires come out of the fire.
Tens of thousands are still under mandatory evacuation orders. Meanwhile, officials in both California and Washington say they are making progress.
You're seeing those containment levels coming up. Things feel good in our gut as firefighters.
We have a lot of people helping government in California and made a lot of progress in the last couple of days.
Also in Washington, the Senate is expected to vote this week on a nearly $36.5 billion emergency funding bill that would provide much needed money for the states hard hit recently by both hurricanes and wildfires. In Santa Rosa, California, I'm Karen Kafa.
Well, it's been a month since Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico, and many there are still struggling to get access to clean food and water. President Trump told reporters in Washington that the military has delivered plenty of relief supplies to the island. He says the problem is that Puerto Rican officials are not distributing that aid.
We've delivered tremendous amounts of water. Then what you have to do is you have to have distribution of the water by the people on the island. So we have massive amounts of water. We have massive amounts of food. But they have to distribute the food, and they have to do this. They have to distribute the food to the people of the island.
Most of Puerto Rico is still without power, and many cannot even get cell phone signals. Trump pointed out that the island had already had a poor electrical grid before it was hit by those back-to-back hurricanes. Many in Puerto Rico saying the federal government's response to the disaster has been insufficient. And remember, you can stay up to date on the latest news and see alerts on traffic and breaking news instantly. If you're an iPhone or iPad user and currently have our news app, you'll want to go to the App Store now and search for WWSB or My Suncoast. It's free and provides the most comprehensive news. If you're an Android user, don't worry, you'll get that new version downloaded automatically. Well, sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
We are live from Brooklyn, New York. Hey, look at me, DJ Khaled live in Brooklyn on the Jimmy Kimmel Show.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare.
Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Medicare's annual election period has begun. If you already have Medicare, new benefits may now be available with no copays, no deductibles, or $0 premiums. Call now to speak to a licensed insurance agent who can help guide you step by step through a free analysis of the benefits available to you. And you may be eligible for plans that even include additional coverage for dental, vision, and prescription drugs. MedicareAdvantage.com searches thousands of insurance plans from leading insurance companies. We'll help you find plans that may cost you less, cover more benefits, and give you more choices, like home delivery of your prescriptions, gym memberships, and even over-the-counter allowances for everyday needs, like antacid, allergy medicine, vitamins, and even toothpaste. Don't miss the deadline to enroll. It's time to get more out of Medicare.
Call 800-314-8605. That's 800-314-8605. 800-314-8605. Call now.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Now, sports.
NFL owners will meet in New York City tomorrow. They're now facing illegal action from former quarterback Colin Kaepernick, who claims that the league and owners worked together to keep him unemployed because of his refusal to stand during the national anthem. ABC's Danya Backus has more on what we can expect.
Out of work NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick now taking a stand against the NFL, accusing the league and team owners of colluding to keep him sidelined.
Who's brought stripes and...
The reason, Kaepernick says, his taking a knee protest against police mistreatment of African Americans during the national anthem. A grievance against the league alleges teams wanted to sign him only to mysteriously go silent with no explanation. Kaepernick's actions created a movement and fueled a national debate about free speech and the national anthem.
Say, get that son of a off the field right now. Out. He's fired.
Last month, the debate intensified when President Trump lashed out at NFL players who joined the protest. Despite players and their defenders insisting they are not disrespecting the anthem, on Monday, the president reiterating his position.
You're disrespecting our flag, and you're disrespecting our country.
More than 3 dozen other quarterbacks have been signed since Kaepernick hit free agency. His attorneys say the NFL violated the league's collective bargaining agreement, saying he is an ideal candidate, having played 6 seasons with the 49ers, leading them to the Super Bowl.
He has got to have actual evidence, something tangible, to show that 2 teams got together, or a team in the league got together and said, we got to keep this guy out of the league.
The NFL hasn't commented, and on Tuesday, in a rare move, the NFL owners have invited players and their union reps to attend their meeting in hopes of finding a compromise that will allow players to continue protesting without alienating the fans. Danya Backus, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Well, lawyers for Aaron Hernandez have refiled a lawsuit against the NFL. The attorneys filed a federal lawsuit last month after Hernandez had killed himself in prison, and an autopsy revealed that he had chronic traumatic encephalopathy, which is a brain disease found in people who've suffered repetitive brain trauma such as concussions. The new lawsuit was filed today, where the attorneys say that they can make more claims. Hernandez's lawyers accuse the NFL of hiding the true dangers of football. They're now seeking damages for his daughter, and the new lawsuit also names helmet maker Riddell. The NFL and Riddell have not responded to emails seeking comment. The Patriots have been removed from the new lawsuit. And Tiger Woods is back to swinging a driver, and his agent says doctors have cleared him to practice without limitations. However, it is still to be determined when Woods can play in a tournament. He has not played since withdrawing from the Dubai Desert Classic in February because of back spasms. He had his fourth back surgery 2 months later. Woods' agent says even though he has full clearance, he plans to take it very cautiously. And the American League Championship Series shifts to Yankee Stadium for Game 3 tonight. The Astros won the first 2 games at Minute Maid Park and are looking to take a commanding 3-0 series lead in Game 3. Currently, the Yankees are winning 8-0 in the top of the 9th. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers when we come back.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Medicare's annual election period has begun. If you already have Medicare, new benefits may now be available with no copays, no deductibles, or $0 premiums. Call now to speak to a licensed insurance agent who can help guide you step by step through a free analysis of the benefits available to you. And you may be eligible for plans that even include additional coverage for dental, vision, and prescription drugs. MedicareAdvantage.com searches thousands of insurance plans from leading insurance companies. We'll help you find plans that may cost you less, cover more benefits, and give you more choices, like home delivery of your prescriptions, gym memberships, and even over-the-counter allowances for everyday needs, like antacid, allergy medicine, vitamins, and even toothpaste. Don't miss the deadline to enroll. It's time to get more out of Medicare.
Call 800-579-3380. That's 800-579-3380. 800-579-3380. Call now.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Well, Sheriff Tom Knight is celebrating the success of his corporate SWAT challenge this past weekend. The 8th annual event raised $30,000 for the Sheriff's Activities League of Sarasota County. 10 teams from local businesses took part in that event, and Daiquiri Deck took home the first place award, Sarasota Dental Group in second, and CrossFit Megalodon in third. Since 2010, Sheriff Tom Knight's corporate SWAT challenge has raised more than $195,000 for children's programs here in our community. And Steve, I also wanted to mention something I emceed this weekend, the JDRF Gala. They raised over $110,000 for diabetes research as well.
Congratulations. Yeah. Yep. We have some weather coming in overnight, maybe some scattered showers, temperatures cooling off into the 70s. A 30% chance of showers tonight and tomorrow as well. I think you're going to like the weather in about 48 hours.
All right, looking forward to it. Thank you, Steve, and thank you for joining us. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.